It's Chef Mark. Welcome back to the laboratory. Today I have something a little bit different for you, but first, click that subscribe button. Thanks. Okay. Somebody asked me the other day, what's my favorite kind of pan? And that got me thinking, gosh, in a kitchen, a pan means so many different things, like this saute pan. This is a good old-fashioned 14-inch saute pan. It's commercial style. It's induction ready. Of course, it works on gas. And it's something that I use all the time. But one of my favorite pans, that would be a rondeau. So a rondeau is similar to a saute pan, but you can see it has square sides. Oftentimes a second handle because these get heavy. You can put a lot of food in these. I find these are really handy if I'm making a big batch of risotto or if I'm wilting a ton of spinach. There's no better tool than the rondeau. What other kind of pans could there be? Well, here's a pan. It's a chafing pan. No, and we don't cook in a chafing pan. This is for keeping food warm. If you've ever been to the Mother's Day brunch at the Holiday Inn, you've seen these. And how does this work? Well, it's pretty clever. You fill this big bottom pan full of water, and then you place the pan with full of food that you want to keep warm. So this is where my mashed potatoes are going to go. And then, of course, the lid keeps everything warm. And finally, we have a little chafing fuel. It's basically a high power candle and it lives under here. This heats the water creates steam, keeping the food warm for hours and hours. That's a pretty cool pan, but what else we got? I got a good pan for you. How about a tart pan? Yeah, this is most commonly used for dessert. Pear tarts, I make a chocolate truffle tart in this, and what makes a tart pan special is the false bottom. So after I'm done making my dessert or my quiche, or whatever you can do in these living things, you lift out your beautiful finished product, and then it's easy to unmold and cut, and that's what makes tart pan very special. If it's tapas night, there's no better pan to have than a paella pan. Yeah, a paella pan is kind of fun. It's thin. It's designed traditionally to be used over charcoal. You know what? A fun little fact about these, you can use them on induction. I oftentimes do. You can see that we have a nice patina forming here. So it's not rust, it's really just parts of the food that have been embedded and adds the flavor. Kind of like a cast iron pan. You've got to keep a cast iron pan seasoned and care for it. Well, the same is true with a paella pan. So if you're interested in making paella, go ahead and pick one of these up. They're not that expensive. I got this one for 20 bucks. And finally, the egg pan. An egg pan is traditionally Teflon, non-stick, and why do I call this an egg pan? Well, you can cook anything in a Teflon coated pan, but I find that if you only cook eggs in these pans, and only cook eggs ever, that the eggs just slide right out. You can use almost no fat to make beautiful eggs. So keep in mind that if you want to get the lifetime out of a Teflon pan, cook one thing in them, and that would be eggs. Well, here's just a small collection of all the different kinds of pans that I use on a regular basis in a professional kitchen. What's your favorite kind of pan? Why don't you let us know in the comments?